Dear students, welcome again for MSBT's e-content study at your doorstep. We are studying the lecture series program for civil engineering program. Myself, Dr. B.R. Ambade, lecturer in Government Polytechnic, Brahmapuri. Today, we have to study the course Environmental Studies having course code 22447 and the topic is environment. So here we have to satisfy COA, which is develop public awareness about environment, and to satisfy this CO we have to study unit outcome UO1E. The today's agenda is environmental issues, and our takeaway is understand about environmental issues and their impacts, and the content for today's lecture is various environmental issues. The learning objectives is describe various environmental issues. Now look at the concept map of today's lecture. Environmental issues. There are various environmental issues: greenhouse effect, global warming, climate change, acid rain, ozone layer depletion, and nuclear accidents. So today we have to study greenhouse effect, global warming, climate change, and acid rain. So first environmental issue is greenhouse effect. The phenomena of increase in temperature of earth as in artificial greenhouse is called as greenhouse effect. The gases which are responsible for the greenhouse effect are called as greenhouse gases. A warming of Earth's surface and troposphere caused by trapping the heat in the form of infrared radiations near the Earth's surface by atmospheric constituents such as water vapor, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrogen oxide, and chlorofluorocarbons. These are also called as greenhouse gases. Now from this picture you can easily understand that the temperature of the Earth's surface is increases by various greenhouse gases, that is carbon dioxide, methane, NOx, and chlorofluorocarbons. Various environmental scientists estimated that the greenhouse effect of carbon dioxide was 57%, chlorofluorocarbon was 25%, methane was 12%, and the oxides of nitrogen was 6%. So the effects of greenhouse on animals. So due to greenhouse effect, various diseases are spread such as malaria, filaria, cholera, diarrhea due to rise in temperature, and also some vectors are increases like insect transmitting various diseases. Now it has some effects on plant also. It affects the water cycle, soil moisture, and soil composition. As a result, there is a change in cultivation and harvesting period of the crops. The tropical plants are seen at the temperate region. It affects on the yield of the crop. There are some effects on climate also. It increases the temperature of the earth, by which the melting of ice in the polar region, which increases the ocean level or sea level. It has also changes the pattern of rainfall and weather conditions. Now second issue is global warming. The global warming is a phenomena of rise in temperature of the earth by accumulation of the greenhouse gases. So this is the picture which gives you the idea about the global warming. So here, whatever the infrared rays are comes on the Earth's surface, some rays are reflected, but some rays are again comes into the Earth's surface, and by which the temperature of the Earth is increases. About 75% of solar energy reaching the Earth is absorbed on the Earth's surface, which increases the temperature. The rest of the heat radiates back to the atmosphere. Some of the heat is trapped by greenhouse gases. Mostly carbon dioxide is response to keep the temperature warmer. The effects of global warming are increase in temperature, melting of glaciers, rising ocean level, alter forest and crop yield, affect human health, affect ecosystem, and seasonal changes. The global warming potential for the 6 primary greenhouse gases are summarized below. So here the carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, hydrofluorocarbon, perfluorocarbon, and sulfur hexafluoride. These are the 6 greenhouse gases, and the global warming potential for 20 years. Carbon dioxide is 1, for methane it is 42 to 70, then nitrous oxide 280 times than carbon dioxide, hydrofluorocarbon 460 to 9100 times than carbon, then perfluorocarbon 4400 to 620 times of carbon dioxide, and sulfur hexafluoride 16,300 times of carbon dioxide. Similarly, for potential for 100 years. Global warming potential is the global warming impact that the greenhouse gases would have over the 10 years time frame. By definition, carbon dioxide is used as a reference benchmark for all these greenhouse gases. Now, third type of climate change is environmental issue is climate change. Climate is the average weather at a given point and time of year over a long period of typically 30 years. We expect the weather to change a lot from day to day, but we expect the climate to remain relatively constant. If the climate doesn't remain constant, we call it as climate change. Now, the effects of climate change: the sun's output, solar radiations are changes, Earth orbit is changed, the drifting continents are changed, volcanic eruptions are changed, and there is change in greenhouse gases also. Fourth environmental issue is acid rain. Acid rain is basically a rain that has low pH. When fossil fuels such as coal, oil and natural gas are burned, chemicals like sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are produced. These chemicals react with water and other chemicals in the air and form sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acid pollutants spread upward into the atmosphere and finally return to the ground in the form of acid rain. The impacts of acid rains are the destruction of land, buildings, forests, trees, lakes, aquatic life, animals and plants. Dear students, what we have learned today: greenhouse effect, global warming, climate change and acid rain and its impact. Let us have a quiz now. These are the references which are used for the outcome of the today's lecture. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Happy learning. Again, we will meet for the next e-learning lecture. Till then, bye. Thank you very much.